says in Hoosiers, that cracker box you call a gymnasium. And you guys were sleepwalking to start, and then everything turned. Mahone got hot in the second half. You were talking about zone, too.
We threw a little zone at him. I think that helped us, change some things up. We were having a little trouble with the pace of their offense. Lawrence always runs good stuff, regardless of who the coach has been there. So, just to kind of give our guys a different look, and Eric gave them a different look, and it worked out for us. And like you said, we shot it great. Jalen was great in the second half. I think we shot 68%. You shouldn't lose too many games, and you shoot that in even one half of basketball. So.
Okay, I want to thank you for taking the time to meet with us and our viewers. Good luck.
Thank you.
And look forward to the game coming up this week as well.
All right. Thanks, Marty.
Yeah, you're welcome. Right. Hey, we'll be right back with player introductions shortly.
Okay. So thank you, Coach Kane, for that interview. We're back live now with 1 minute till player introductions. Let's talk about the last time these two teams played. Ripon was sleepwalking to start that contest back on January 11th, shooting just 25% in the first half from the floor on 8 of 32. Conversely, in the first half, Lawrence shot a blistering 45%, going 14 of 31, and took an 11-point lead into the locker room at half. But in the second half, led by Jalen Mahone, Ripon got hot. They shot 68% from the floor on a 15 of 22 display of offense. And conversely, 34% was the 11 of 32 shooting by the host team, Lawrence, including on their three-point shooting. Ripon went to a zone. Talked about that with Coach Kane a little bit. They were 5 of 28 for just 18% beyond the three-point line. And that was the difference of the game. Ripon, their only thing looking at their stats for the season, they're shooting 43% from the floor. They're giving up a 44% shooting percentage to the opponents. Whereas Lawrence is shooting 31%, giving up they're shooting 43% and giving up 41% on defense. Ripon men are in fourth place, tied with Lake Forest, but they would be in fifth because of the tiebreaker. The Foresters having already beaten the Redhawks. And Lawrence is right on Ripon's heels with a 5-7 record. Introductions for Lawrence. Here we go. Johnny Semeny, a 6-foot freshman out of Danville, California. Number 4, Parker Prahl, a 6'5", freshman out of Iola, Wisconsin. Number 10, Elliot Jung, 6'4", senior out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And then he's joined by 33, Adam Saranik, 6'5", 210, junior out of Gurnee, Illinois. And then number 35, there's some size for you. Matthew Kaznikoff is a junior, 220 pounds, 6'4". If he ever gets tired of round ball, I think there's either a tight end or a defensive end spot for him, should he choose. So it's Semeny, Prahl, Jung, Saranek, and Kaznikoff for Lawrence. Now for player introductions for the Redhawks. Number 1, a familiar face. From St. Cloud, Wisconsin, played his high school basketball at New Holstein. Ryan Steffes. Number 5. And when he's on, he is on, folks. Jalen Mahone, the 6'2" senior, played at Laconia High School in Brandon, Wisconsin. Now, from Fond du Lac, a senior, 6-footer, son of a football coach, Drew Jorgensen. And when his feet are set and he catches that ball in the hands, look out. Jorgensen on the start today. Number 23, Cade Tackmeyer, had his first start ever last week in that win over Beloit on the road with team high scoring, individual scoring, and rebounding. That's Cade Tackmeyer, 6'4". And then from Kimberly High School, a papermaker, Appleton, Wisconsin, 6'9" senior, David DeValk. So, Steffes, Mahone, Jorgensen, Tackmeyer, and DeValk. We've seen a lot of changes on the starting lineups. But as a guy that taught me how to coach youth basketball, sitting here at the game to my right, about 20 feet away, I'll never forget when he said, hey, it's not who starts, it's who finishes. Remember that as well. I'm Marty Ernzer going solo today. I'm halfway done after the women won easily over the Lady Vikings earlier this afternoon. This game is important for both ball clubs. Lawrence has a much more difficult road to qualify for I'll talk about that later, who they have coming up in their 4 remaining games, starting with Ripon today, but they got to run the gauntlet. Ripon, they have 5 games starting with this one right now, and 4 of those will be at home. If they can do well at home cooking and hold their own on the road at Lake Forest, who knows? Here we go. Jumping center, that's Prahl. He wins the jump over DeValk. Semeny with the ball, gets it out to the wing. They drive hard baseline right, kicks it out. He got cut off, kicked it out on top. Oh, ball goes off the number 10's hands. Jung picked up by Steffes. He sets the table for Mahone. Pull-up jumper. No. Rebounded by Saranic. There's a bounce pass wide open. Mahone on the defense, hand by Tackmeyer, knocked out. Good job by 23 Tackmeyer, getting his second collegiate start here this season. I think he started last year as a freshman, now that I think about that. And then blew his ankle out early in the season. Well, 17 on the shot clock. They got the ball in the corner. Now they're reversing it, back on top. And there's a deep 3. Boy, he thought he had it too. That's by the big guy too, Matthew Kaznikoff. Hard left lane drive, forced to throw it out. Body contact into the legs, no call. And look at him push that ball. Mahone, they're going to call basket interference. Basket was good anyway. Good, strong take by Elliot Jung, the senior out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Good size on this Lawrence bunch. So to start the action off today in the 20-minute halves, unlike the women playing 10-minute quarters, Lawrence out first, 2-0 off of that Jung coast-to-coast layup. Steffes backs out of there with a dribble back to Drew Jorgensen, who feeds the high post to DeValk. He steps it out back to Jorgensen on top. He hits Tackmeyer in the corner for a 3. Tackmeyer, great start for the Redhawks and for Mr. Tackmeyer. Tackmeyer, of course, out of Peshtigo, Wisconsin. They're known for one big thing. You know what that is. 3-2 Ripon. Mahone guarding Jung. Jung gives it up. Spin move. Dead ball. Jorgensen, good defense. They're going to call the stutter step. When he went up to pass, he dragged his foot, Johnny Semeny, I should say. 3-2 Ripon. Coach Kane pacing the floor across from us. Tackmeyer looking. Steffes doing the same, 15 on the shot clock. Tackmeyer drops it off to Jorgensen. Steffes, he hits him for a 3. Ryan Steffes. So Ripon starting their offensive attack from deep, 6-2. Redhawks. Good wall off by Mahone. Step back 3, missed. Tackmeyer almost had it. Great job. Oh, and a block by Mahone, picked up by Jorgensen, given to Steffes. Saranic had a chance. Mahone goes baseline, has to hit a wide open 3, but he doesn't take it. Tackmeyer crossover dribble, takes it in tight, short off the iron. Good board there. That was by Prahl. From the corner for 3, missed it. Mahone now going to push it into the forecourt. Tackmeyer drops it off to Jorgensen, who kicks it to the big fella, DeValk. They're pushing Steffes out. 13 on the shot clock. Takes it inside out. They're going back and forth. Oh, a spin move by DeValk. He's looking, tries a very difficult shot. Lost it in the air. Recovered by Lawrence. And they're flying to the rim. And he threw it to nobody. Great job by the Redhawks. DeValk will take a seat. Tooney will enter for Ripon, the senior out of Waupun. Tackmeyer and DeValk are both taking a seat. In with Tooney. See, we got Tackmeyer, Steffes, Tooney, Mahone, and Jorgensen. Steffes on the wing. Mahone pull-up jumper. Misses. Tooney kept it alive. Lawrence comes down with it and a push. Great clever pass. What a clever pass, boy. Elliott Jung, the senior, for the Vikings. 6'4" Ripon. Tackmeyer from the elbow. Defended. So we got Tooney on the left hand, but he was covered tight. He missed it. He overlaid. Jung with the ball on the wing. Missed. Jorgensen brings it down for the Redhawks. Ripon just taking their time going around the perimeter. Tackmeyer finds Mahone on the wing for an open three. Unofficially, I got Ripon down 3 for 3 on threes. And that's all 9 of their points. Nice move, one-on-one. Elliott Jung, left hand, baby hook. To keep them just 3 short of Ripon. Steffes down the left lane, had it picked. This will be Tackmeyer trying to prevent the layup, but and he does. But they come back in, and he finished. Boy, he bothered the shot just enough, but they got their offensive rebound on the miss. Vikings put it back. They're down by 1. Steffes gets the ball to Tackmeyer into the front court. We're going to see wholesale changes at the next whistle. 3 coming in for each ball club. Step back by Jorgensen. That would have been something. Mahone fighting for it. What are they going to call it? Wow, what a battle. I think they were kind of thinking maybe Jorgensen was out of bounds. Boy, did he climb the ladder there. And it came off the body of the Lawrence player. And for Ripon, it's going to be Clark Cunningham. Meinholz, his first action since he's high ankle sprain. We'll see how that goes. Jack Brady also in for Ripon. Baseline jumper coming off the inbounds pass. Mahone makes it look so easy. 11-8. We'll have to see what percentage Meinholz can play, because his whole game is about energy. It's about defense, energy, rebounding, and some pretty fancy jams as well when afforded the opportunity. Guarding the ball really tight and picked up. Oh, but he lost the handle. Meinholz hasn't played for a while. Clark Cunningham did a good job. Refs are going to straighten it out. Think they're pointing the wrong way. They're going to give it to Lawrence. It was pretty clear. They thought it was off of. He's going to stay with his call. Missed the call. Lawrence is getting the possession on that out-of-bounds call. Here we go. They can tie with a 3. Good move off the dribble, block from behind. And what an emphatic block it was by Mahone. Sets the table for Brady. He drives instead of shooting the 3 to Mahone on a deep 3. Nope, I'm going to dribble instead. Finds Meinholz. He fakes the 3, and he drew the contact on a pump fake drive to the basket. Ryan Panzer is in for Lawrence. Also Nick Hesch, number 32. And number 11, Jake Fisher for Lawrence. They came in on that last dead ball before that disputed out-of-bounds call. Mahone driving. Finds a wide open Jack Brady. Brookfield Central, in and out. Used all of the rim. Got what they wanted. Tooney going toe-to-toe with Kaznikov. Put a hand on the ball. Kaznikov with a nice move and a nice finish. Clark Cunningham bringing the ball down, gets out to the wing. Mahone with about a 17-footer. He's missed his last 2. 11-10. Now Lawrence with a chance for the lead. They started the game 2-0. Then it's been Ripon. Ripon was up 9-4. They're up with a tenuous 11-10 lead, 12 on the shot clock. We're underway here in the first half. Vikings came into Ripon on a backdoor baseline jumper. Good help. It was a nice executed offensive baseline backdoor. He just didn't finish it. Cunningham kicks it open out to Meinholz. What do we got? Gonna have offensive foul, I think, away from the ball. It is. They'll go against Clark Cunningham. DeValk and Galati we're going to see for the first time today. Galati very strong with the ball. Ryan Steffes re-enters. For Lawrence making their changes as well. You have Elliott Jung. Kaznikov stays out there. Johnny Samani brings it down. Deep 3. Galati, who just got in, brings it down the court after his rebound. That's an easy call. Jack Brady on the grab. They're calling it on the floor prior to going into the shooting motion. Galati, Brady, Steffes, Meinholz, DeValk out of Kimberly for Ripon. Galati with the inbounds, 24 on the shot clock. Brady, 1 of 3 if he wants it. Hesitates, goes baseline. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't Galati. That was Brady. Now facing the basket, trying to drive. There's a double. Almost threw it away. Repost, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Good shot, soft shot for a big guy. Not a great offensive possession there by Ripon, but did get a good look. Brady on defense. 15 on the shot clock. They got to the big fella. Oh, he's got soft hands. Almost dropped that one in too. That's Kaznikov. Brady drives between the legs, back out to Steffes, who goes with the left hand. DeValk thought about it momentarily. Galati takes a running floater. Got bumped, no call, missed everything. Loose change picked up by Parker Prawl. They get it down to here in a hurry. 11-10. Nobody has scored for either ball club here for a little bit. It seems there's a theft by Meinholz. Now, how's that ankle? I don't know about this one. He hung long enough to get the whistle. I just don't know how he is with that. He doesn't have that explosion. I can see it right away. Got to be smart about it. He's going to shoot 2. nobody has scored from the floor for either ball club in some time. Meinholz delivers. He's missed the last 2 or 3 games, Meinholz, with that ankle. Came down on it awkwardly in practice. I was talking to Coach Kane a few days ago. Made that first free throw, as I said. Meinholz is going to take a seat. Tackmeyer's coming in for him. So it's Galati, Steffes, Tackmeyer. Drew Jorgensen for Ripon, and then DeValk. Just didn't fall. They're attacking the rim, and they just can't get all those baskets to fall as Galati really looking to exploit the defense with dribble drive. He reposted on a give to Galati. They're going to say it went off his leg. Oh, everything was right from the small to the big and back driving the lane. Got a hand on it, went off the leg of Galati, kid out of St. Patrick's High School, Chicago, Illinois. Ripon by 3 in the first half of action. 9 minutes remaining in the first half in a very low-scoring affair. Good closeout by Galati, took away the three-point opportunity. There's a nice drive, but a block by Tackmeyer. Rebound by DeValk. Galati looking, is there anybody there to help me out? 1-on-2, kicks it out for an open Tackmeyer on the 3. He's 2 for 2. Haven't seen him get those types of shots off before. Pretty soft, high arcing shot Tackmeyer has. Gives Ripon a 6-point lead. Lawrence has been on 10 forever. Turnaround baseline jumper. Tackmeyer working hard at both ends, that time with the rebound. He's sizing it up. Hesitation. He's going to have to kick it out to DeValk. They're going to reverse it out to Jorgensen on the wing. On a pick and roll. Comes back to DeValk. He's got Tackmeyer. What are we going to call? The hold? Smart move by Tackmeyer. They know he's 2 for 2 on 3, so when he got the ball, they closed out on his 3 and then took him off the dribble, forced the defender to grab him. That's the first foul called on Saranic for Lawrence. Aiden Sarancic. Steffes will inbound. Shot clock reset at 20. Tooney also in for Ripon. High post. Tackmeyer takes the ball from him. Blocked from out of bounds. They're saying it was clean. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Jorgensen will inbound, the Fond du Lac High School grad, from the baseline below the basket. What do we got? Offensive foul away from the, well, obviously the ball wasn't inbounded yet. They're going to call it on Tackmeyer. Probably trying to free a teammate on the inbounds play and was too aggressive with the move. His first foul of the afternoon, driving down that right baseline. Good job of protecting the ball, not allowing Mahone to block it. That's their first basket in some time. 16-12 Ripon, they got the ball again. Tackmeyer looking. Steffes going to Tooney. There's another 3 by Tackmeyer. No, that one was long, but Steffes reels it in. Little mid-range jumper, missed it all. But there's Tackmeyer to clean up the Kelly Trapuka garbage on the second offensive rebound, puts it back. Tackmeyer having a heck of a first half. 18-12. What do we got here? We're going to have a moving screen, I think, on 32 for Lawrence. Let's see who they give it to. It is on Hash. Nick Hash, freshman out of Elmhurst. He went to York High School, the same as my nephew. And he was also a basketball player. I think they're called the York Blue Devils out of Elmhurst. Below 7 minutes remaining, 18-12 overture, Ripon up by 6. Running their offense. Now we got another. Now what? Now they're calling a foul on Tooney away from the ball on the ball screen. That's his first. Boy, I'm not sure. I think the officials are trying to get a hold of the game, I guess. Let some rope out. Now they're pulling it back in, I guess. That's Fisher with the ball. Kicks it out to Prahl. Prahl takes it to that explosive dribbler, Jung. Jung caught it up. Another air ball, though. That one was by Panzer. Mahone wants to go one-on-one. He's trapped in the corner. There's Tooney on a great cut. Faked the pass, came back, used the rim to protect it from Kaznikov. He's always been a heady player. Gives Ripon an 8-point lead. Mahone defending quite well on a very difficult guy with a hand from Jorgensen. Good defense being displayed by the Redhawks down there. We're going to get a timeout call by Lawrence University. Casey Korn, by the way, is the head coach for LU. Ryan Kane, of course, for Ripon College. Couple conference championships. So close to one last year. Lost it in double overtime to the boys from Mount Vernon off of Highway 1. Mount Vernon, Iowa. Cornell College Rams went on to win the tournament last year here in Ripon. It was the first time ever in Ripon's history that both the men and the women won the regular season conference championship and therefore earned the right to host both men's and women's tournaments on the same day, the same weekend. I did, I did 4 consecutive back-to-back games. My play-by-play guy had already made plans to be in Vegas. My executive producer had a commitment elsewhere. And we used the college's camera. I got a kid up here, one of the baseball players, worked the camera. And I just try to keep the throat dry, or not dry. So with 6:03 remaining in the first half, it's 20-12 Ripon. Lawrence is going to inbound with 17 seconds left on their shot clock under their basket. 2 on the elbow, 2 on the box. On the blocks, I should say. Cross screen from the elbow, takes it. Tackmeyer on the defense, help defense by Steffes, just enough to bother the shot on the overlay and the miss by Lawrence. Reminds me of how the Lawrence women started out the game. Great moves down low, they just didn't finish the baskets. Tooney hits it down a lane by Mahone. Jorgensen to Tackmeyer. Get the hands off. Jorgensen back to Steffes, kicks it to baseline going. Mahone, reverse layup. Was that pretty? They took away his first choice to go baseline. That's just pretty execution by the Brandon graduate. That's a nice job there. He sized it up. Elliot Chung sized it up and dropped in the trace. 22-15. Lawrence needed that. Both teams need this win this time of year. If you're in the hunt, you can't afford a loss. Ripon more so because they're at home. Lawrence, they're in 5th spot. Oh, looked like he was fouled. He's going like, wait a minute. A lot of contact, no call, but he was able to shoot through that contact, Tooney. 24-15 Ripon. Steffes has the assignment of Elliot Jung. Tooney on his counterpart, the big fella, Kaznikov. 10 on the shot clock. There's a deep one. Same answer. Beautiful shot by Elliot Jung. Boy, just like that. Back-to-back threes by Lawrence. Cuts that lead Down to 6. Steffes hits Jorgensen. Catch, turn, missed it. He got what he wanted, hit him in the hands. Lawrence with back-to-back threes on their last 2 possessions. Now they drive. And it was great help defense by Mahone because Ripon was beat off the drive. That's a tough shot. Too tough even for Mahone that time. Quick outlet. Ripon sleeping that time on defense, didn't get back. Actually, they were kind of leaked out down the sideline. Pretty sneaky on Lawrence's part. Very effective. They've outscored Ripon 8-2. Offensive call on Ripon. Calling it on Tackmeyer. They're not going to win the discussion with the ref. That's his second offensive foul. I think both of those were offensive fouls on setting screens. Wow, just like that. That was, I think they got it up to about 10-point lead. Now it's down to just 4, and they got the ball. A chance to cut into that lead some more, Lawrence. Good defense there by Steffes. Tough move, but he missed. They're going to call a foul on that missed shot. Lawrence has been really effective at getting the ball down low, down by the rim. But they've struggled on finishing. A lot of it because of the weak side help by Ripon has created difficult shots by Lawrence. But now their game has opened up with back-to-back threes. Now they're going down low. And they seem to be finishing much better now. Great pep band I want to add, by the way, today. College has a great band. Doing some Neil Diamond earlier, some other great songs, a couple of marching songs, Ripon's fight song. Been missing that for quite a few years. Made that first free throw and just scared in the second one to pull Lawrence within just 2 with 3:07 remaining in the first half, trailing just by 2 now. A game of ups and downs, of runs, if you will. And right now, Lawrence is on one. Dribble drive kicked out to Tackmeyer. Boy, I thought there was a reach on the arm there, no call. Deep 3 contended. Ripon gone cold shooting the last, 5-6 minutes. Has Ripon on their heels. There's a chance for the lead. Missed it. Big time rebound by Meinholz, who got in for the Redhawks. Good to see him get off the floor like that. Good movement by Ripon, but the defense is doing a nice job. No easy looks for Ripon. Coach Korn has his Vikings playing good ball right now as Tackmeyer takes the blow. So you have Meinholz, Tooney just got in. Jorgensen, Mahone, Steffes. Coming in also for Lawrence after a short coffee break is Elliot Jung. He's going to give Ryan Panzer a break. 20 on the shot clock. Ripon up by 2 in the ball. Meinholz gets the inbounds. They just go around on top. Switching on the ball screen. Meinholz looking to shoot. Nope. Mahone almost had it. Couldn't stay with it. They throw it away. Meinholz bothered the ball enough, and the denial on the wing on the fast break on the bust out by Steffes created the indecision and the miscue on the pass by Lawrence. A break for Ripon, but they created their own break on that. Ten on the shot clock. Mahone not hitting it lately. Steffes is going to try his turnaround jumper. He misses everything. Not close. somebody for Ripon has to figure out how to get that ball through that cylinder, because right now it's not happening. That foul called on Tooney. The Lawrence player, Johnny Samani did a nice job of dribble drive, getting into the chest of the defenders, causing Tooney to get his second foul. Struggling from the line a bit. 6'1", 165 pounds. I'm sorry. Johnny Samani is 6 foot 160. Danville, California, De La Salle High School. Familiar with that one, that high school. Solid there. So just nursing a 1-point lead now, Ripon. Now they've been going through the cold streak. They have not scored in some time now. DeValk has also re-entered for the Redhawks. Tooney sitting with 2 fouls. 10 seconds. Meinholz pull-up jumper, about 18-footer. It's not going. Nobody for Ripon can take the lid off. Meinholz stops the ball penetration there. They're going to say too much contact by the sophomore. But you're giving these free throw opportunities to Lawrence, sending them to the line. So the first 20 minutes of play, Ripon got the ball, a double-digit lead, I think, and then Lawrence since then has come back and with a chance to tie and take the lead. There's the tie. Just under 52 seconds remaining in the first half. I'm Marty Ernster. Jim Soy is doing the first day on the job here, doing a great job. Camera's not upside down. He's got all his buttons and slides and visuals with the monitors. He made that free throw. Lawrence now with the lead. They led 2-0 to start. And now they've recaptured it with 43 seconds left in the first half. Steffes looking to, the closeouts by Lawrence are good. They're not letting Ripon breathe on offense. There's a skip pass, and finally Mahone breaks the drought for the Redhawks with a big three. 27-25, shot clock is off, I think. Yeah, 16 seconds remaining. Lawrence will work for the last shot. They can tie with a 2. They can take the lead with a 3. Pull up 2. Jorgensen got him on the arm. You try not to foul the jump shooters. Jorgensen letting Coach Kane know he's frustrated. Boy, he's gotten to the line. The good news is he's only shooting about 50%, it would appear. He's just 160 pounds, 6-footer. With less than 4 seconds remaining, we're going to see a substitution by Lawrence here. That's what he did last time. Missed the first, made the second. Number 12 for Lawrence, Nicholas Manzanera. Ripon has an opportunity here with a couple of dribbles. And it's going to be Mahone with a pull-up jumper, a running floater. Hit the back of the iron almost. So Ripon with a 1-point lead at the half over the arch-rival visiting Vikings of LU, 27-26. I'm Marty Ernster. We're going to be back with halftime statistics in just a bit. It's halftime back here at the Doc Weisky Memorial Gymnasium on the grounds of Ripon College. It's men's basketball action. The host team, the Redhawks of Ripon College, are leading the visitors, the Vikings of Lawrence University, 27-26. Halftime stats: Lawrence shooting from the floor just under 35% on 9 of 26. From beyond the arc, 2 of 8 at 25%, and they're shooting a representable 6 of 8 from the free throw line for 75%. Ripon is shooting 35% from the floor. Also from three-point land, they're shooting it up pretty good, 5 of 11, just under 46%. They've only gotten to the line twice, and they've made both of those for 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Leading scorers of everybody, number 10, Elliot Jung. What a first half he's had. 7 for 11 from the floor, 2 for 2 on threes, 2 for 2 on free throws. That equals 18 points, folks. That's pretty much doing it all right there. Foul troubles for Lawrence. Only one person, Nick Hesch, number 32, has a couple of fouls there. Ripon, they're led by Cade Tackmeyer with 8, but he's got 2 fouls. I'm sorry, Jalen Mahone has 10. Tackmeyer has 8 points. Also with 2 fouls, Owen Tooney with 2 fouls to go with his 4 points. Ryan Steffes is 1 for 1 on threes and has those 3 points. Interesting on the rebounding, they are identical in all 3 categories. Both teams with 17 rebounds, both teams with 15 defensive rebounds, and 2 offensive boards. So the damage is becoming down. Really, Lawrence is doing their damage down low in the paint, kind of beating Ripon at what they do well typically. So we're just less than a minute away from starting back up the second 20 minutes of the second half action. And we'll see if someone's going to blink first and pull away. Ripon had gotten about an 8 or 10 point lead on them, but Lawrence reeled them back in. Ripon went through a cold spell there. Good to see Luke Meinholz back for the Ripon Redhawks with that bad ankle. Hasn't played, I think it's about 3 games he's missed. And he's really a high-energy guy. I mean, he hits the passing lanes, gets tip balls defensively, gets steals defensively, throws it down at the other end when he does, and it really ignites the rest of the team, the sophomore from Oconomowoc. And so it's good to see him out there, but I don't think that ankle's 100% yet. So see what happens here, as we'll see who the starting 5 for Ripon. Yep, they're out there. I suspect it'll be the same for Lawrence. See if anybody can slow down that hot shooting number 10, Jung. He's a senior. Tackmeyer for the Redhawks will inbound to Ryan Steffes, sophomore to senior. Here we go. I'm Marty Ernser. Jim Soit is working the details on a pick and roll to the big guy. He's going up, block, gets his own rebound, but then lost it. It was a high-low. Couldn't handle the pass. Nice. And they're letting them play early. A lot of contact on both ends. Missed there on the block by Ripon. Mahone. What a tough move that was. My goodness. Went down that lane line, that left lane line, finished with the left. Gives Ripon a 3-point lead. Early on here in the second half at the Wilmore Center. Jorgensen, good defense. Nice pass, but he couldn't handle it, so he didn't get the layup, so he kicks it out to the weak side, Koznikov, who missed the 3. Jorgensen pull up. Straight, short. His counterpart with the rebound and driving. Jorgensen gets on him. That's Samani. There's a 3. That's another miss by Lawrence. Almost threw it over, laying in the weeds. That was Jung. DeValk saw it in time. Playing that pesky defense, Lawrence is. Steffes, he wants to shoot it. Normally he'd shoot a fade out of that. Tackmeyer with 7 seconds loses it. And now it's 1-on-2. What's he going to do? He's going to hit the trailer for a 3. He gives it up. Go down the lane. He dropped the ball, but he put it up and missed it. Both teams coming out cold to start the second half. Not a beauty contest for sure. Ripon did their damage from downtown in the first half, shooting forward at 45%, and Lawrence pounding it down low. They got DeVolk pinned down below the baseline, and he couldn't get an angle to shoot. Not a good possession there by Ripon. Mahone going for the theft. DeVolk on the closeout, mid-range jumper. Here's someone breaks the ice. Kaznikov, soft hands, smooth customer. He's a junior, 6'4", 220. Ripon by 1. Mahone down the lane line. They're going to call offensive. The freshman out of California got Mahone, gave his body up, got Mahone to come down on him. That's Mahone's second. Just keep your eyes on that. DeVolk's got to be frustrated. He takes the seat. Tooney will come in for him. Official timeout. Get some of the wet spots off the floor. This is a big game here for both teams. Ripon has to win at home if they want to get back to the tournament that they hosted a year ago. Pretty much with the same team intact. Drive, Jorgensen. Nice block by Drew Jorgensen. Focused on the ball. Mahone sizing things up, hits a trailing Tackmeyer. Decided to kick it out instead of shooting a 3. Tooney, he's got the ball, but he's kind of far from the hoop. It's kind of interesting, the evolution of continuation on shooting fouls. Some crews come in here, they definitely would have called that in the act. And that was a more traditional call, saying on the floor. Ripon will inbound. Shot clock set to 20. Nursing a 1-point lead. Tackmeyer comes, or Mahone down the lane. Steffes gets the ball instead. Turn around, he likes to shoot those. He's blocked. They're going to call a foul. I don't know. There's never been a rhythm to the game. I think it's the players have the game has been a little inconsistent with the players, and I think it's been, I would say, the same to the officiating in that it's just sort of disjointed in terms of what's being allowed and disallowed, is my observation. But both teams and the officials trying to work through it. Steffes delivers on the first one. Just underway here. A little over 3.5 minutes into the second half. Makes both free throws. Ripon up now, 31-28. And it's definitely been a grind, a definite defensive battle for both ball clubs. Who's going to blink first? You can tell the Vikings definitely want this. Steffes on the D, and a great finish, and one. That's kind of what I'm talking about, and it's the same official making the calls. I'm not sure when he lets what's a block and what's a foul, but it's a three-point play opportunity for Parker Prowl out of Iola, known for their car shows. He's a pretty good ball player, I'll tell you that. The freshman. And it's no good. Lawrence almost stole the offensive rebound, but couldn't do it. Sarancic almost got it. Ripon now with a 1-point lead again. Tackmeyer attacking. They're going to call a foul on the floor. Get the feeling there's a lot of activity if you watch away from the ball. Mahone's going to enter along with Jack Brady for Ripon. Taking a seat is Jorgensen and Tackmeyer. Out for Lawrence is 32, taking a seat. That's Hesh. He's got his 4th foul, that's why. Pull up baseline jumper, it's just not there. Got his own rebound though, Mahone. And he got it. They wanted contact on that shot, on the fade, but what an athletic play by Mahone. My goodness. He had the big second half, led the Redhawks last January 11th when they beat Lawrence at Lawrence. Mahone playing solid defense today. There's a theft by Steffes because the ball, he had his back to the rim. Pull-up jumper, those were always baskets that you could count on. He's just slightly off, Steffes, but what a great theft nonetheless. Steffes on the ball, 1 guarding 1. There's a deep 3 in front of Tooney. Long on the iron, it was straight Jack Brady with the board. He'll get it to Steffes. Redhawks will be at home later this week with Cornell. There's a theft. Turnover by Ripon. Boy, he carried that. They don't call that much anymore these days. Good job by Meinholz. They're going to call Meinholz on a hold on the floor. No rhythm to the game here today with all the whistles. Ripon only got to the line twice in the first half, 8 times for Lawrence. A lot of whistles here, though, in the first 6 minutes of play. For the first time today, we're going to see Tice, I think, entering for Ripon. He'll come in for Tooney. That's Braden Tice. That's second on Tooney. Or I'm sorry, Meinholz is second, was the foul. Not on Tooney. I don't know what the officials are taking so long for. 2 on the block, 2 on the elbow for Lawrence. Trying to stagger screen, set up the 3-point shot. Ripon fought through it defensively. Tice will take his shot. There's a good hand and there's a foul. Good hand. I'm not sure who got the hand on it. It was a good play by Lawrence. It was just better defense by Ripon. Tice on the high post, hands it up to Mahone. Meinholz feeds Tice. Tice just didn't handle the entry pass. Had the one-hand target hand. What a beautiful play. Oh, no. Mahone came down very awkwardly on his head and shoulder. Boy. Oh, my. Wow. It was a great transition by the Vikings. Good passing. We're going to see Galati coming in for him. Make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. Man, I got to believe he's going to have one sore neck and shoulder. Feet got hung up on the pump fake. And of course, when that happens, you always kind of cross your fingers, hoping that player. A lot of times it's usually on the small of their back. This was jackknife dive into the floor head first. I kid you not. So what seemed to be somewhat of an expeditious game has slowed up quite a bit. I don't know what's going over there and what the officials are doing. They're taping up a guy, is that it? He's got a finger, got blood. They're holding the whole game up for that. I thought usually they'll. Let's see what we got. It's 33-30 Ripon, below 14 minutes remaining in the game. Shooting foul. That'll be Parker Prowl going to the line. And if there's an area that Lawrence has done a better job at, it's creating contact and getting to the free throw line. Short on the first. Semeny comes in for Lawrence, as does Koznikov. Galati will come in for Mahone. Ripon needs a spark. He missed that first one, Prowl, for Lawrence. And the second one is true. Also coming in, Prowl will take a seat. Arnav Jain will come in. I believe it's his first appearance this afternoon. Galati will take the ball. Teese will stay out there. Just her shots Steffes would not miss. Working Teese down one-handed. Pretty shot by the big. That ties the game here at the 13:22 mark. Speaking of 22, Galati with the ball to Meinholz for Ripon. They'll size it up here on top. Kicks it out, drives baseline, finds Galati, or I should say Jack Brady. He's short on the iron. They're going to call a foul on Brady's drive down that right side. And so I think it makes you really think that, you know, the way to get through this game. I mean, dribble drive seems to be getting whistles on both ends. It's a slow way, it's a physical way, it's not a pretty way, but it might be a winning way for one of these ball clubs. Jorgensen will come in for Steffes. Galati stays out there. Brady at the line. Teese and Meinholz rebounders. Made the second as well. Ripon reclaims the lead. This is a gut match, folks. Below 13 remaining in the game. Meinholz, relentless. Oh, what a late whistle. He's calling Drew Jorgensen on the foul. Wow. He's going to shoot two. Arnav Jain, he's a freshman, Crystal Lake, Illinois, 6'2", 175. Solid. We're tied again. For those that like the beauty of basketball and transition and fluidity, you came to the wrong game today. This is just going to be gut check. Wide open three, Meinholz. Nope. Brady on the ball. Both teams understanding the urgency of the game. Beautiful cut. Missed the layup though. Nope. Saw that. Galati from the corner on the three ball. One of the few times someone's had a space to shoot that. Wow. They're going to call that on the floor on Galati, I think. Dribble drive. Let's see how they call this one.
We have a Redhawks foul.
They do. Coach Kane for the Redhawks is going to go big again. Tackmeyer, DeValk, and Tooney are in. Galati, Teese, Brady, and Meinholz are all out because Steffes comes back in as well. 22 in the shot clock, tie game, below 12 minutes. Ripon really needs to win at home. There's a three. 38-35 at the 13:40 mark, or 11:40 mark, excuse me. Great crossover by Steffes. Tackmeyer open for a three. That'll be a change of possession that will be awarded to the Vikings. Quick shot by Ripon that time. So after knocking down that three, Ripon with an errant shot. Vikings will bring it down the court with a chance to add on to that three-point lead. Beautiful move. Boy, your head better be on a swivel. Ball man, ball man. Jane with a reverse layup going baseline. Moves great without the ball, and he explodes. He doesn't go three-quarter speed. There's a pull-up jumper short. Steffes got to be frustrated. Lawrence by 5. That would have been huge in a game like this to go up by 8. Missed on the 3. The Valk with the rebound gets it to Cade Tackmeyer. To Tooney. Back to Jorgensen on the Tooney ball screen. He'll come back the other way. Steps out for a 3. He got the ball knocked away, and it's a turnover on Ripon. And it's just, Lawrence has done a good job of never letting Ripon get comfortable in their half-court offense. Mahone will enter for Ripon on the next dead ball. They're looking to add to their 5-point lead. Missed a wide-open 3. That was Jane. They're going to call the hold. Reset at 20. Mahone will come in. Parker Prawl with a good rest. He re-enters for the Vikings. Steffes takes a seat. Jorgensen will do the inbounding. Up screen from Mahone to Tackmeyer. Just cannot finish. Good defense by Lawrence. There's a wide open 3 if he wants it. He does, he makes it. That's huge. 8 points right now, 43-35. Ripon will take a timeout. And Coach Kane is letting that official know that it'll be a full? Yes, indeed. A full timeout. It's 43-35, and it's a street fight. And right now, the Vikings from LU are winning it. This second half, just when I thought, well, defense is sometimes tired and you see more offense in the second half, no, that's not what's happening. It's just a slugfest. It's slow, it's methodical. Lawrence doing a better job of execution right now, taking care of the ball, running back doors, coming off of hard screens. Doing a good job. We're going to be back in action. Ripon will be. That'll be this coming week. They're going to take on the Cornell Rams. What else is going around the conference today, by the way? Illinois College is idle today. They're in first place, of course, with 11-1 record. They'll be back in action on February 8th at Grinnell. Knox is at Cornell today. Grinnell had traveled to Monmouth, and Lake Forest is at Beloit in men's action. Excuse me. It will be Lake Forest will be at Lawrence this February 8th, Wednesday. And then we'll be doing the doubleheader with the women and the men back here at the Wilmore Center this Thursday, February 9th. 5:30 women's, 7:30 men's game, and those are the Rams from Cornell College, and that will be also a very important game. But right now, Ripon has their hands full trying to find a way to get points on the board here against this tough, stingy Lawrence defense. He traveled. No, foul. I thought they were going to say Ripon dragged their pivot foot, and it was a foul away from the ball, evidently. Well, finally Ripon, this is huge with just under 9 minutes, trailing by 8. Ripon just entered the bonus. Mahone at the line. So I guess it was him that was fouled. Maybe now I know why I thought he dragged his foot. And he misses the front end of that. Usually a pretty reliable free throw shooter. They're just in a funk. And this isn't the time to be in one if you're Ripon. Lawrence taking their time, being deliberate. They're going to call the travel down that left lane line. Everybody was calling it in the stands, too. And for Lawrence, Kaznikoff takes a blow. Elliott Jung is out there for Lawrence, too. He's guarding Mahone. And one. That was razzle-dazzle, spin move rhythm by Mahone. Is that what it's going to take to get them on fire? Now Mahone has an opportunity for a three-point play. He missed the front end of a bonus just seconds ago. We'll get a timeout, 30-second call by head coach Casey Corn for LU. Ryan Kane's going to talk to his guys, of course. It's 43-37. And what a slow drudgery this has been. I can't remember the last time I called a game in this gym where every possession is just tough defense, in your grill, nothing's easy, no open jump shots for the most part. A lot of whistles, it seems. Let's see. For the game right now, Lawrence shooting 36% on 15 of 41. Ripon shooting just 30% on 13 of 43. Not too many three balls going up. Free throws, 9 of 13 Lawrence, 6 of 7 Ripon. Free throw percentage, 86 for Ripon, but they're only been to the line 7 times, double that pretty much for Lawrence, shooting 69%. Rebounds are basically the same. Mahone dribbles it in, gets that deficit back down to 5. Lawrence with the ball. A little soft backcourt pressure being displayed by Ripon. Take some air out of that shot clock. Try to hurry up the Lawrence offense, I would suspect, is what the thought is. They've been so deliberate and definitive what they're doing with the ball. There's a ball screen. Nice move. And a block by Ryan Steffes, what a block it was, and he gets the rebound, runs it down. Meinholz gives it to Tackmeyer, who drives left hand down the lane. He's going to go up on a very difficult shot across his body, and he finishes. Ripon now, it's a one-possession game. Ripon pulls within 3, 7.5 minutes left in the game. So coming off of that timeout, Ripon delivers on the free throw, gets a block on the layup at the other end, and then gets a shot from Tackmeyer on the other end. There's a weak side rebound by Meinholz. That shot was put up by Semeny, I should say. Lawrence digging in. Tackmeyer wants to spin move, go baseline, fade away. Tough shot, but he feels a rhythm now. Not only does he feel it, he delivered on it to make it a 1-point game below 7 minutes. Is this the wake-up call the Redhawks have needed? A lot of time left. There's that back door tipped away by Ripon. Somebody got a nice hand on it. Might have been Mahone, could have been Jorgensen. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Coming in will be Ryan Panzer. He's coming in for Arnav Jain, who really is a nice player off the ball and can knock the 3 down as well for Lawrence. So they got 2 on the block, 2 on the elbow. Classic look for the inbounds play. What's with these officials today? I don't know how many conversations or confusion I've seen. Oh. Okay, I'm going to give him a break. Somebody spotted a wet spot, maybe Coach Kane, in fact. That's what it is. I'll apologize for that. Don't want any injuries. I can't believe Mahone is up on his feet. I mean, I saw that. I'm going like, oh, my goodness. I would have needed the will updated. 43-42. 18 on the shot clock. Lawrence inbounding under their basket. Up screen, cross screen. Going to hit safety valve on top. Ripon extending their defense. Dribble drive, kick out for a deep 3, long on the iron. Jorgensen ran it down. Long shot, long rebound. It was almost a Lawrence reload, but it wasn't. Jorgensen, the Fond du Lac kid, ran it down. Mahone trying to get a rhythm. Caught a Meinholz coming down the lane, but that door just closed so quickly. It was knocked away and stolen. Lost opportunity by the host team. Both teams now realizing we're below 6 minutes, and I don't think anybody's going to blink in this game. Wow. I don't get that call, and look where it was made. It was made opposite side, high wing. Coach Kane has the guy on the baseline, no whistle. The coach has to be careful because he doesn't want to give the other team a technical foul in a tight contest like this. I have to be mindful. Obviously, I'm a Redhawk fan, true and true. Try to be balanced, try to show balance. I don't know what the ref's doing. Talking to the scorer's table. Bench warning now. Boy, this head referee, he's been in the meat grinder since he started this game. Is the way the game was called, I guess. I think both teams, one of those games where they're not real happy. Missed both free throws. Are you kidding me? Well, they talk rivalry. Meinholz on the high post gives it to Tackmeyer. Jorgensen goes hard with the ball. Steffes Pull-up jumper from the 15-foot stripe, knocks it down, takes the lead, 44-43 at the 5:27 mark. They fought their way back from that 8-point deficit. There's a back door, but Red this time by Meinholz said, no, fool me twice, forget it. Steffes on the tough take, fouled. They're going to make him earn it. I don't know. Did you wake up a sleeping giant? Ripon seems to be playing sort of angry, for lack of a better descriptive. Timeout. Wow. So let's talk about the standings. Illinois College in first, followed by Cornell, Monmouth, and Lake Forest. Lake Forest and Ripon are tied with 6 and 5 identical records, but the Foresters beat Ripon head up at Ripon last week, and so they have the tiebreaker right now. Lawrence, I mentioned earlier about the meat grinder they have to go through with their 5 and 7 record if they're going to be in this dogfight to get into that 4 spot. They're playing Ripon today, and then they got Lake Forest, who's tied with Ripon in the 4 spot, later next week at home. Then they got Cornell, the second-place team, at home. And then they travel to end the regular season to first place Illinois College on the road. If they can do that, man, give them the keys to the Fox River Valley, because that would be a tremendous effort. Ripon with the Lawrence game today. They got Cornell, I mentioned that earlier, coming up this Thursday. And then they get Monmouth at home, but they got to travel to Lake Forest and try to return the favor, much like what Lawrence is doing to Ripon right now after Ripon stole one from Lawrence in the second half back on the 11th of January. Steffes with the first free throw, count it. And then Ripon, after the Lake Forest game on the road, will finish up at home again against Knox. Knox will be very important for the Lady Redhawk women. Steffes makes the second one as well. Ripon by 3, approaching 5 minutes remaining in the game. Man, now it's getting exciting. If we could have some good, hard, clean basketball and fewer whistles, it'd be a great perspective for the fan to watch the end of this contest. Off of Meinholz's foot, and they're fighting for it. Meinholz, man, what a dive by Meinholz. That's the Meinholz I'm used to saying. What ankle, he says. My goodness. That was what should we say? That was Jim Taylor of the 60s Packers going up the A-gap. So that change of possession is awarded to Ripon, by the way. Meinholz will do the inbounding in front of the Ripon bench. Steffes, Tackmeyer, Mahone. Drew Jorgensen playing a really solid game today. His defense, I think he doesn't get enough credit for his defense. Great defensive technique. High post to Meinholz, gives it to Tackmeyer. Hard dribble from Jorgensen, but then gives it to Steffes. What a move by Tackmeyer. Kicks it out for an open 3. In and out. Oh, what a good look by Jorgensen. What a theft by Tackmeyer. Read him like a cheap dime store novel. Oh, my goodness. He put on his PF Flyers, as the old expression goes, read the bounce pass, got it clean, and then was able to stop without going out of bounds. Take care of the ball. Shot clock, because of that, already down to 4. Meinholz with a 3. Count it. He's from Oconomowoc, played his ball at Marquette University High School. That's Ripon's biggest leading since midway through the first half. 6 points. They're going to call the slap at the ball on Meinholz, non-shooting. Bonus for Lawrence now. It'll be Johnny Samani. He got opportunities. Oh no. Tackmeyer stumbled into the free throw lane, violation. The sad news is, if you're a RC fan, he missed the free throw, but now he gets another shot at it, literally. Most likely will be the difference. Don't see that happen too often anymore. If anything, sometimes a player lackadaisically just has his toes lined up on the lane line, breaking the plane into the lane. He made it. Now the second. Get it down to a 4-point deficit for Lawrence if he delivers here. He does. Going to get a timeout by Coach Kane and Ripon College. With all the whistles and now timeouts going and delays, officials delays for cleaning up a lot of the wet spots on the court, which kind of lends itself to just how hard this game has been played. Not a beauty contest like I've said earlier today either. It's been pretty much a street fight. And for for a rivalry between the two schools, maybe that's the way it should be. So with 3 minutes and 44 seconds, Ripon's got to find a way with their 4-point lead. They're going to have the ball now coming out of this timeout called by Ripon to add to that 4-point lead. Kate Tackmeyer will inbound to Ryan Steffes in the backcourt. That'll leave Jalen Mahone, Luke Meinholz, and Drew Jorgensen in the forecourt. Blocked, but saved by Jorgensen for a 3 by Tackmeyer. What presence of mind when the ball was cleanly blocked from behind on a great defensive play by the Vikings. Meinholz was able to touch pass it to Tackmeyer for the 3. Tackmeyer on the step back 3. Wow. Aggressive moves, creates the contact, gets to the free throw line. Back to shooting. With that 3 by Tackmeyer, that is a 7-point lead. Stops the clock with 3:07. Gives Lawrence a chance to narrow that margin. He does. He had 18 in the first half, Elliot Jung. I mean, both teams shooting 34% from the floor. Lawrence just 36% for Ripon. I mean, that is not good. I think it says more about the defenses than it does lack of quality scoring. Running that high post with Drew Jorgensen. Pull-up jumper, no good, 1 and done. They're out and they're running off that rebound by Prahl. Jorgensen, Mahone with a great defensive effort, but what patience and left hand shot, soft off the window. They pull it within 3, Lawrence, on that beautiful finish. Ten on the shot clock. Meinholz driving the lane. He's going to go up and under, but he's short on it. Did everything right, didn't finish. A chance to pull within 1 or tie on a 3. Approaching 2 minutes remaining in the game, Ripon by 3. Lawrence with a 3 to tie it. Short on the iron. Drew Jorgensen rebound. Steffes will bring it down. They're going to take a timeout. Wow. So with a score of 52-49, Ripon. I told you earlier when we looking at field goal percentages, 35% for Ripon, 34 for Lawrence. 3-point shooting, 41% on 7 of 17 for Ripon. They've gotten hot lately, but only 23% shooting on 4 of 17 for threes by Lawrence. Free throws, it's doubled the difference. 13 of 19 is Lawrence for 68%, 9 of 10 for Ripon for 90%. Rebounds, Ripon has the edge by 3 more rebounds. Lead changes, 5 by Ripon, 5 by Lawrence. Time with the lead, Ripon's had the ball with the lead 28 and a half minutes to the 7 minutes and 5 seconds for Lawrence. The last lead for Lawrence was when it was 43-42. Right now it's 52-49. The largest lead was in the first half by Ripon by 10, and in the second half by Lawrence by 8. Turnovers, pretty close. 13 for Lawrence, 14 for Ripon. Bench scoring, I should say, close. 9 for Lawrence, 11 for Ripon. Blocks, Ripon with 5. Wow. Fast break points, Lawrence has the edge, 9-4. Steals, 8-7 Ripon. Everything's so close, and it's pretty much the way it's been played. Points in the paint, Lawrence 22, Ripon 18. On and on and on. Here we go, folks. Ripon with the ball. Minute 45. Taking the ball way out on top, trying to spread that defense out. 10 on the shot clock. Drew Jorgensen back to Mahone. He's going to create. Mahone. He stumbled, wasn't able to finish. He lost his footing on the shot. Lawrence with a chance to tie or get within 2. Reverse layup gets within 1. Beautiful transition. Lawrence's transition today really good. 1 point game. Ripon has the ball. They're up by 1, but they got a minute 12 to figure out what they're going to do. This is where Ripon has struggled this season, closing out games. Meinholz wants to shoot, can't, got to get out of the paint. Meinholz never got out of the paint. Huge mistake. 1 minute left. Now with a chance to take the lead, Lawrence. Ripon had the big shot blocked by Mahone to preserve a 60-59 win earlier in the week. Beautiful look. Ripon not doing a good job of keeping an eye on their players to make great cuts to the basket without the ball. We got a timeout here. So you got 50 seconds. Lawrence has reclaimed the lead, 53-52 with 50 seconds left. It'll be Ripon ball coming off of that timeout. So we talked about Ripon, we talked about Lawrence and the remaining schedule. Lake Forest, who Ripon and Lawrence is chasing. Lake Forest is at Beloit today. They're at Lawrence, so Lawrence can help their own cause next week. And then Lake Forest is at home against Illinois College, at home against Ripon, and then they finish up on senior day at Grinnell. Lake Forest will not have an easy go of it either. And then Monmouth, who's in third place with an 8-4 record, they have just 4 games remaining. They're at home today with Grinnell, who's having an off year. Then they're at home with Knox. Then they finish up on the road at Ripon and at Cornell. So we're going to see some changes in those top 4 or 5 spots, I suspect. If Lawrence can hang on to the 1-point lead and win this contest, that takes them to 6-7. Ripon will go to also 6. Ripon would go to 6-6. 1 less in the loss column, but tied in the win column with Lawrence. Well, Coach Kane drew up something. He stays with the 5 he had out there, cleaning up some water on the floor where they've been doing that this whole game. Here we go. Tackmeyer will inbound to Steffes. Now they're going to get, I don't know why that wasn't being taken care of during the timeout. Here we go. Long game. Wow. Gonna have to get some mops out here for that. Here we go. What can Ripon do here? They trail by 1. Need a good look. Mine Holtz drives. He's fouled. It didn't go in. That would have been nice.
Vikings foul 32.
1 out of 2 will tie the game. 2 out of 2 gives them a 1-point shot. And with 39 seconds left, and of course 30 on the shot clock, there will be another change of possession. So Meinholz, here's where the nervousness of the game. Boy, I've never seen so much going on with scores table as I have today with the officials. So he fouled out with that foul. He's not going to miss too much unless it goes overtime, heaven forbid. That foul was on, by the way. Nick Hesch, he fouled out. Meinholz will shoot 2. Ties the game. So Lawrence will try to ice the shooter. So with that full timeout, we'll talk more about the standings. So Illinois College is going to most likely host the tournament with 4 games for them to go, and with only 1 conference loss. A lot will have to change for that to not to be the case in the next 4 games. So they're in first with just 1 conference loss. Cornell's in second with 3 conference losses. Monmouth is in third with 4 conference losses. And what's interesting, Ripon's going to play both Cornell and Monmouth at home. Lake Forest is in 4th place with a 6-5 record. We just talked about what they have to do. Lawrence has a monumentous, just a heck of a schedule to have to, monumental I should say. Don't want to be inventing any new words. And to have to go, and you're playing 4th place Ripon today. You got Lake Forest 4th place next week. You got Cornell, they're in 2nd place, and then you got 1st place Illinois College to play if you're Lawrence. Can't be, I'm not saying it can't be done, but this would be a kick in the fanny if Ripon cannot come back and win this game. Here we go. That was solid, better than the first one. Ripon by 1. 36 on the game clock, 26 on the shot clock, or 27, I should say. We're going to get another timeout. They're going to put in a set play. They got 24 on the shot clock, 32. So no matter what happens here, Ripon will see the ball again, unless there were to be a miss and an offensive rebound. The good thing is Ripon nursing that 1-point lead thanks to the Meinholz pair of free throws. Regardless of how they score, if they do score, Lawrence, Ripon will have a chance to tie or win with that 1-point lead, giving them that sort of flexibility. So that timeout was taken by Lawrence today on these 2 games. Earlier today, Ripon College women extended their win streak to 9 conference consecutive wins under the guidance of head coach Lauren Buzalaki. You know, her Her number one assistant is her father, who was her head coach in Black River Falls in high school, coached her and her identical twin sister, Lauren Buzalaki, maiden name Johnson, Lauren Johnson and her sister. And now since she took this job, I think 9 years ago, Dad comes out of retirement and Dad coaches with his daughter. How's that for a cool story? And then Lauren's husband is a high school coach. And they got 2 daughters that I haven't seen yet. They're here today, though, I was told. Here we go. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Lawrence on the inbounds. Almost like a clear out. They got their three-point shooters in there, I can tell you that. Don't leave 23 wide open. He drives, blocked from behind by Tackmeyer, hauled in by Meinholz, and fouled. Wow, he went baseline big, and it was blocked. I think Tackmeyer from behind, but 3 white jerseys went up on it. And that time, one of the few times the whistles were swallowed by the officials. This still doesn't guarantee a win here, even with both free throws being made. First things first. Long. Also, I was just going to comment what that would do if he makes both. They could tie with a 3 with plenty of time on the clock, just under 13 seconds. Re-entering offense for defense, Johnny Semeny re-enters. And with that extra dribble drive shooter, Meinholz makes that. He's made 3 of his last 4. Ripon by a deuce. 10 seconds. They don't have time. They got to hurry. Behind the back, he lost the handle. Off the knee of the dribbler. Ouch. He was emphatic with the call. Now they got to go full court pressure, 7.2 seconds. Ripon with 2. You can't let the ball be taken from you here. Got to be strong with the ball. Don't anticipate anything. And against this kind of pressure, you got to fake a pass before you dribble for sure. But you got to get it in. There's Jorgensen. He's fouled. Less than 2 seconds off the clock. Drew Jorgensen, just a good basketball player, a good shooter in all aspects of the game. Has an opportunity to seal this game, you would think. So this game has come down to free throws at the end. Meinholz making 3 out of 4 to give him the lead. And now with Drew Jorgensen, as we get a timeout called, is going to have a chance to give him a 4-point lead, which you'd like to think, for the most part, should do it. But who knows in a game like this today. Jim Soy, he's his first day on the job, folks, down the stretch of the college season. And from what I can tell, everything looks good. I see a bunch of lights are still working. I can hear myself through the headset. Maybe I'm the only person. I'm teasing him. Doing a good job. I don't know how many more gigs he'll be doing with me. I'll find out later. But we got a lot of basketball. We got 3 more home games here for the regular season. And then on across town, I got one, there'll be 1 girls' high school game left and 1 boys' high school home game left to do. Season's not over. Here we are. First week of February. Here we go. Game like this, I'm not smiling until I'm in the locker room, I'll tell you that. Yeah, step out of it. See how Jorgensen does it. He doesn't go to the line and stand. You can tell how he was taught. Get up there, get your rhythm. Spin that ball, a couple bounces. Solid. What I notice about it seems to me the better free throw shooters, they got their motion, their shooting arm, their shooting hand motion, it's pretty compact. It doesn't get loosey-goosey with the elbow. Knocks them both down, that should do it. Ripon just retreat. That'll do it, folks. Let me tell you something about these Vikings. Coach Casey Corn came in here and he had his guys ready to play ball, and they did for the whole darn game. They gave it a valiant effort. Ripon with some free throws down the stretch was the difference of this contest. Congratulations to Coach Kane and Ripon and holding serve at home. They'll be back in action this Thursday. I'm Marty Ernser. The final score here today, 57-53. Ripon beats their arch rival, the Vikings of Lawrence University. And so for Athletic Director Ryan Kane, thank you for your assistance. For my new Goomba here, Jim Soy, behind the lens and doing all the work with everything and helping me out in the interviews, I want to thank you very much. And everybody, have a good weekend. And we'll be back in action this coming Thursday with more Midwest Conference basketball when the Cornell Rams come into town to take on our Ripon College Redhawks. So long, everybody.